Hello everyone, welcome to our pre-calculus pre-recording video. This is our lesson 7 for the revision of our quiz 1, which is coming up this Thursday. So these are the agenda: finding the values of trig expressions, finding exact values of trig functions, matching graphs, then find equation of graphs, and then application problem A, B and C. So this is the format for the exam, and you are somewhat familiar with this kind of process. There will be total 7 questions, and for this quiz the plan is to give 4 concept questions and 3 application questions. So this is the plan, and total marks is 30 marks, and you will have to answer at least 5 questions. If you answer more than 5, we will keep best 5. So best 5 questions will be taken, and let's say if you answer 5 questions, then no problem, we just can consider the 5 questions. But if there are more, then we will just keep the best 5. We will drop the lowest scoring other questions as usual. So let's start. This is somewhat you can consider it as a practice paper also, just to give you some hint, and also as a practice session, like from where you can do the practice and what type of problems where you should focus, etc, etc. So first set is finding the values of trig functions. This is the first set. So we have, let me edit this word, this will be actually expressions, but not always. Suppose this is something different. So say we have this kind of question: 37 number, 40 number, some cosec 45 degree, tan 60 degree. You will have to find out the exact value here. You will have to find out the approximate value here. And these are some points on the unit circle. Just you will have to find out the trigonometric functions. This is from 6.2. So from the book you will be able to see the full questions there. So like something like this. Suppose this is your question number 1, A, B, C, something like this. Okay. So the style is something like this. Give a try to solve. Then we may discuss all these questions during the or somewhat we can discuss if there is any problem during the class time. Second set is something like this, somewhat of this kind, finding the exact values of trig functions. So when sin theta equals to 4 by 5 and cos theta equals to minus 3 by 5 is given, what are the other trigonometric function values? Let's say cosec theta equals to what, sec theta equals to what, like that. Or this kind of question like sin theta equals to minus 2 by 3, and this is a given condition. What are the other trigonometric functions value? So for this kind of math, we actually first of all go for which quadrant it falls. Then we draw a triangle based on this information. We find out another unknown side. Then we find the values of the remaining trigonometric functions. This is from 6.3, and these are the maths number. You can match and practice also like this. These are the matching graphs with the function, given function. So some graphs are given, some functions are given. You can try to have a look which graph and which functions are matching. Let's say this is A, B, C, D, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4. This way we can think. Okay, which one is matching with which graph? Like that. And this is like finding the equation from the graph. So let's say these graphs are given. So which one is the equation? Here actually you have the answer, since you can see the answer. This is from 6.4, but this is the pattern of this type of question. Let's say some graphs are given, you will have to find out the equation of that graphs. Okay, and you know that this is our cos graph, and this is our sine graph. But when there will be, if there are confusion, then actually like why it is 3, why it is 2, why it is 4, minus 4, pi by 4, this kind of thing you will have to try to find it out. There is actually a little transformation here. This is plus 2, that's why the graph moved 2 unit up. This graph, the graph moved 2 unit up. So this x-axis moved here. That's why this question is like that. So from here it is like 1, 2, 3. So 3 unit up and then 3 unit down. That's why like this. but this one is fine, just normal, there is no extra element here. So yeah, this is the extension of this part, just only this +2. For this +2, graph will go 2 unit up. If it is suppose -1, then the graph will come 1 unit down. Okay, let me tell you this part here. Suppose now the graph is actually here. See, the middle of the graph is here. This is what I am trying to explain here. Middle of the graph is actually here. Okay, the middle of the half of the graph is down here and half of the graph is up here. And how do we know that? In that case, this is 2. For this 2, our graph went from the 0, from the origin. From this x-axis, the graph moved 1 to 2 unit up. Okay, graph moved 2 unit up. So this is how we know that for this extra number, if we have this extra number, then it can happen. Or from the graph, how do we know? We can see, you can see that, see, only this part cannot be the half of the graph. For the sine graph or cos graph, half of the graph cannot be like this. So there must be something going on up. Or you can count it this way also, from down to top, how many boxes? See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Total 6 boxes. So 3 boxes must be in the middle. This way also you can think. Like 1, 2, 3. So this must be the middle line. Then 1, 2, 3. So 3 boxes up, 3 boxes down. Then it is the middle line. And where is the middle line? It is at 1, 2. It is at +2. So that's why +2 is here. And other things is same, amplitude is this, and period will come from here. So all that things are no problem. Okay, and this one is just like the normal regular kind of maths. Nothing is going on there. This is sine graph, and you have the amplitude 4, a negative sign because it is going down. So amplitude 4 means 1, 2, 3, 4. So amplitude is 4, and then period is 8. So you write 2 pi divided by omega, then divided by 8, then you get it. Okay. So period is 8. And in this question, period is 2 pi. Period is 2 pi because this is 0 and this is 2 pi. So period is 2 pi. So this we can find out the period. Why it is x? Because 2 pi by omega. Omega means 2 pi. So 2 pi by 2 pi. 2 pi cancel out. This is 2 pi divided by omega. Omega equals to again 2 pi. So 2 pi by 2 pi means this and this cancel out. So we have 1. 1 means 1x. So 1 will not have to write. Yeah. All right. So this is the application problem. We actually solved this kind of maths previously. Like this 10 feet is the value of A, 10 is the value of A. We will have to put the value of 30 degree here and do some calculation. G value is given. G value is given here, 32 feet per second. So we put here 32 and do the calculation. There are 3 maths here. For 30 degree 1, for 45 degree 1, for 60 degree 1. So we will have to repeat it here. This one is also somewhat known maths. So 2 centimeter is the value of radius here, and 30 degree, 45 degree, and 60 degree are the values of the angle theta. So we can put the value of 30 degree here, 30 degree here, and do the math. There is actually 3 math here. Like for 30 degree 1 math, for 45 degree another math, for 60 degree another math. So we have at least 3 maths here, like this. Okay. And the process will be repeated. We will have to repeat this. Repeat for 30 degree, repeat for 45 degree, repeat for 60 degree. So 3 different parts. All right. This math is done here actually. This is a little bit from the same concept, from the about that amplitude and period, that concept. You will notice that actually, although there are a lot of writings written here, but they are not actually that hard. Just consider it as a function. So what is the amplitude? Amplitude is this number, right? 220. That's why amplitude is 220. Okay. And how do we find out the period? Period means 2 pi by omega. So 2 pi divided by omega. Omega value is given what? 120. 120 pi. 120 pi. So now you do the cancellation. You will get this number. Okay. So 2 cancel out. Pi cancel out. 2 and 120 cancel out, then it becomes 1 by 60. So this is how we get the answer of the question number 8. Now graph d over, so we will not have to graph this part, we will not have to do, because the graphing question will not be involved with the paper at this point, since this is the online process. But normally, if it is a in class exam, you would need that actually. So C number question is, but sometimes when the graph is massively needed, then at that time we actually draw the graph in the online setup also, and then you will have to match in that case. Anyway, so C number question is, if the resistance R equals to 10 ohms is present, what is the current I? And the formula is given. The formula will also be given in your paper also, if this is the math have chances to show up. So no worry about this formula. I mean, some people may say that, sir, this formula is new to us, so this will be given basically, no problem if this comes. So B equal to IR, this formula is given, and then so they said that in this question, what is the question is I equal to what? So I equal to V by R, and B equals to 220, already we know, and R equals to given 10. 220 comes from here, and 10 comes from here. This is 220, this is 10. Voltage, amplitude in that case denote the voltage. So we get 22, because 220 divided by 10 means 22. Then 22, they said that what is the amplitude and period of the current I? This is a new function. What is the amplitude and period of the current I? So we just write the function first, it equals to 22. This is the new value, 22. Then sine, everything else is same, sine 120 pi, sine 120 pi of t. Everything else is same, just only this value came new. Okay, just only this value came new. So, and everything else is same as the question. So what is the amplitude here? Now the amplitude is different. Amplitude is 22, but period is still same, because the value is same. Period is still the same. 1 divided by 60. This is also 1 divided by 60, because that value did not change. Okay, they just said us to change the first value. R equals to this formula, based on this formula. And then again the graph of this question, so this is not needed here at this point. So this is somewhat a little bit fresh, so we gave the answer of these questions also here, but the other maths, you give a try to solve the maths first. Then if you face any problem, we can discuss the maths during the class time, or we can discuss about any confusion if you have. We can discuss it. Okay. Also, feel free to discuss during in our Google Classroom, in our WhatsApp group. That's better for the communication. So you all can discuss it there also in our WhatsApp group. Like, suppose this question answer is what, whose answer is what, or how to do it. You all can discuss it there if you want, no problem. But in any case, in our revision class, we will discuss it. So we have our class on Wednesday. Also, we have, this is another thing. See, two plans. This is September 16. So our exam date is September 16, which is Thursday. And I have two plans. We will decide about it during our class time. And the decision is, we can take the exam during the class time at 4:40 in our class time, in our class. We can take the exam that time, or we can take the exam at 6 p.m. also. Both is fine. Both are doable. No problem with any of both of the options. Both options are fine with me. Okay. So we'll decide about it on Wednesday. What time is better for us? If we don't take the exam on Thursday, then we'll do the revision class, and then we can take the exam at 6 p.m. Or we can take the revision class on Wednesday and take the quiz on 4:40 regular class time. So that are this is a tentative plan, so we will decide about this, but the other things are fixed pretty much. So that's all for today. Thank you all. Thank you very much. Have a good day, and see you all in the class. Bye-bye.